Hello friends, welcome back to Yoga with Paige. Today we have a nice, sweet yin class where we stay low, low, low to let go, go, go. We find relaxation in these poses and just focus on releasing any tension that we feel ourselves holding in our body, connecting to our breath. We stay low to the ground to find our grounding or connection to Mother Earth. So whenever you're ready, we can get started. Starting today in corpse pose, with the arms above the head. Taking a moment to just relax into the mat. Feel yourself supported here. Coming into the breath. Taking big, deep belly breaths. And then on your next inhale, we're going to reach the arms up, flexing everything, squeezing all the muscles, and exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze and reach, point the toes, reach with the fingers, and exhale, release. One more time, inhale, exhale, release. Bringing the knees into the chest, moving slowly, finding a slight little rock here, holding onto the knees, giving the lower back a massage, pressing the back into the mat. Maybe closing the eyes, really coming into yourself. Letting go of whatever came before, not thinking about what will come next. Just feeling your physical body release tension that we may be carrying. We may not know that we're carrying it. And on your next exhale, gently release the hands, extend the right leg long, pulling that left knee into the chest for one breath, and then crossing it over gently, finding a twist. Coming to lie on our left ear, just feeling the spine and the internal organs starting to be wrung out, aiding in digestion. Just loosening up. Paying attention to what comes to mind and just observing it. Not judging it, whatever it may be. And keeping this left leg crossed over the right, we're going to bend the right leg, reaching for the ankle or the foot. If we can grab it. Maybe taking that right hand behind the head, finding what feels comfortable in this pose. Maybe releasing the left foot to the mat if we didn't already. Just opening up through the shoulders. Finding this interesting little pose here. Noticing how this feels in the body, especially if we've never done this one before. On your next exhale, gently release the shoulders and the back into the mat. On your inhale, maybe we find a place of tension, and on your exhale, lovingly release. One more big breath here. And then gently unraveling ourselves, coming back onto the back, legs extended. And then inhale, take the right knee into the chest, hugging the knee in here for one breath. And exhale, gently guide that leg across, finding our little twist, whatever this looks like to you in your body. Noticing any sounds that may distract you and letting them pass by. Always returning back to the breath. Noticing what the breath feels like when we inhale and exhale through the nostrils. And then bending our bottom leg, reaching for that ankle. Maybe taking the left arm behind the head, making a little pillow for yourself, a little rest. I find it more comfortable that way as well, but if we want to keep the left arm out, it's totally fine. Feeling the space between the collarbones, the opening of the front body while we twist. It's a full body experience. Deep breaths with every exhale, relaxing a little bit more. A few more breaths here. Surrendering to the quiet, to the stillness of the mind, and surrendering if we're not quiet in the mind, accepting whatever is. Letting go of the foot, coming back onto the back, and slowly making our way up to a sitting position. Crossing at the ankles, Sukhasana, easy seat. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, hands come together at heart center. Closing the eyes for a few breaths, sitting up nice and tall, reaching up through the crown of the head, rooting down through the sit bones. Still breathing nice and deep into the belly. Just taking a few moments to check in, to notice how we're feeling. One more breath like this. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, twisting, taking the left hand to the right knee. Just a gentle little spinal twist. Not pushing ourselves, not forcing anything. Just allowing what is. We don't want to ever force anything, movements, choices, whatever feels natural and easy for us. Inhale, coming back to center, reaching the arms up. And exhale, twisting to the left. Few breaths here. Releasing tension in the shoulders. And then coming back through center to come onto the knees. Slowly making our way there. Knees are as wide as the mat. We bring the big toes together. Send the hips back. And the hands forward, reaching out, melting the heart down, wide child's pose. Maybe our forehead comes to the mat, reaching out, finding length in the spine. Still reaching out with the fingertips, opening up through the shoulders, the side body. Feeling the hips open, sending them back. Breathing here. One more deep breath, releasing a little bit more into the mat on the exhale. And then gently inhale to lift the chest, pressing up onto all fours, bringing the knees underneath the hips. Inhale, taking cat-cow, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, round through the back, pressing through the mat, creating as much space between the shoulders as we can. Inhale to drop the belly, opening up through the throat. And exhale, rounding, opening up through the scapula, tucking the chin. One more round here, flowing with your breath. And then meeting back in neutral spine, tabletop. Grounding through the left hand, peeling the right up, big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, come to lie on the shoulder, only for one breath, gripping through the left hand. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, thread the needle. One more time, big reach, inhale. Exhale, thread. This time we stay here for a breath. Taking our gaze behind us. And then gently pressing back up, reaching that right arm up. And circling it around, coming to find our tabletop pose. Taking the right leg out, gently coming into low lunge. Finding our place here. Stacking the knee on top of the ankle. And once we're here, inhale up. Interlace the fingers. My goodness, my brain. Pointer finger reaches up. And exhale, slowly take a slight back bend. Roll the shoulders down and back, creating space. Exhale, send the hips down, opening up through the hip flexor. Finding strength in the lower back. Feeling nice and strong. Exhale, unravel the fingers, rain the hands down. Coming onto the inside of the foot, heel toeing that foot out just a little bit. Find a little more space in the hips here. And then coming into our winged dragon, so we can stay with the palms on the mat, or we can come onto the elbows, depending on how open we are. Little mosquito. Just trying to keep the chest nice and open, still sending the hips down. Breathing here. Beautiful. Noticing what comes up for you during these big hip openers, if anything does. Exhale. Slowly shift the hips back, flexing that left foot, coming into half split. So you might kind of turn towards this foot more. We want to square off the hips. Finding an opening in the hamstrings, lifting the chest. Inhale. Exhale, slowly fold a little bit forward. Might not be going too far here. Just keeping length in the spine, feeling this nice long line in the back of the leg. One more breath here. Inhale, length. Exhale, fold. And gently take that knee back to meet the left, coming back into our tabletop to reset with a few more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, press through the mat. Tucking the chin. Moving with the breath here. Letting your body lead. Tapping into the body. Trying to think the least amount as possible. Being here in this moment on the mat. And exhale. Last one. We meet in tabletop pose, neutral spine. Grounding through the right hand, peeling the left arm up. Big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Moving with the breath to open the shoulders. Making these movements big, strong. And on the third one, this exhale, we stay here for a breath. Pressing away from the mat, opening through the shoulders, maybe taking our gaze behind. Breathing. And exhale, press back up, release the left hand, circling it back around, taking our left leg into our low lunge, feeling the discrepancy between our sides. We're a little bit more open on the other. Just noticing that. That's all we're doing. Just noticing, observing. Inhale, reach the arms up, interlace the fingers. Pointer finger releases up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders down and back. Finding our slight little back bend here, only to help us send the hips down. Opening the right hip flexor. Deep breaths, using your breath to help you release. Maybe on this next inhale, we think of something we want to mentally let go of, mentally release. And then on the exhale, picture yourself releasing it. Maybe we speak it out loud, what we want to let go of. We visualize ourselves letting go. And on that note, let go of the hands, rain them down. Coming into our winged dragon. Whatever variation suits your practice today. Listening to your body, not the ego of the mind of where you think you should be. You are exactly where you should be. Right here on the mat. Not stuck in the past or ahead in the future. Right here. One or two more deep, long breaths. And then slowly send the hips back to counter all of these hip openers. Flexing that left foot, squaring off the hips. You might be facing the corner of the mat. Reaching those toes up. Inhale, lifting up through the crown of the head. And exhale, finding a little forward fold. Moving with the breath, opening on the inhale, folding on the exhale. Finish out your half splits here. Gently take that left leg back. We find tabletop pose in the middle of the mat. And then sitting back, on the heels, taking the hands behind the feet, fingertips face the feet, leaning back on the hands. And then exhale, lift up the hips. So we're grounding through the shins, pressing through the shins, active in the quads, sending the hips up, trying to create a long line from the shoulders to the knees. Feeling this beautiful front line body stretch. Maybe releasing the head back or keeping it up, whatever feels good to you. Maybe a little side to side action, who knows? One more breath here. And then gently release. Hands come in front, rock up onto the toes, and find a toe balance. So sending the knees out wide. We're on the balls of the feet. Maybe the heels touch, maybe they don't. You can keep the fingertips on the mat if we need extra balance, stability. Otherwise, once we find our center, we're squeezing, opening through the hips, sending the knees backward. We can lift the hands, rest them on the knees. Maybe we come back to heart center and check in here. Breathing, finding balance in the body, and then again extend to the mind. One more breath. And then gently release, fingertips to mat, coming back onto the knees, keeping the toes tucked. So we're going to inhale, lift up onto the knees. And exhale, reach this right arm back towards the heel. Sending the hips forward, left arm comes overhead. Sending the pelvis forward, just a little back bend, a little side camel. Exhale, send the hips back down, and we're reaching for the other side. Beautiful. One more time each side, moving slow with gentle care. Exhale, release. Inhale, send the hips forward. And exhale, this time crossing the feet at the ankles, coming onto the bum, extending the right leg long. We're facing the long edge of the mat. Reaching that right arm down for the foot. Left hand comes overhead. Trying to reach that foot, opening through the front body. Maybe making this a little fluid motion. Exhale to reach. Inhale, lifting the hand, opening through the chest. One more round of breath here. And then we're going to just slowly forward fold over this bent knee. So maybe we're on the forearms, maybe we reach the fingertips out, or just let yourself fall. Still flexing that right foot. Deep breathing. One more breath. Feel it come out of the nostrils. Then inhale, lift up, switching legs, extending the left. Reaching for the foot. Exhale. Right arm tries to find the foot. It's okay if we can't reach. Inhale to spiral open. Exhale to reach over and twist. Beautiful. One more big breath before finding our forward fold. We can make this as active or as passive as we want to, still keeping that left foot flexed. Maybe we drop the head, let it hang. Here for one more breath. And then inhale, lift the chest, turn towards the front of the mat, taking the soles of the feet together, bound angle pose. Our fingers find our big toe as we help lift the chest, finding length. And exhale, slowly bring your chest closer to your feet. Inhale, lift the chest back up. And find our way down onto the back, still keeping the soles of the feet together. Reclined bound angle, letting gravity just help you here now. Surrendering to this pose at the end of our practice. Letting all of the goodness sink in and letting go of anything else we want to release at this time. Maybe gently closing the eyes. Knowing that there is strength in surrender. Strength in letting go. It's easier to hold on to things that we're comfortable with than it is to let them go if they're not serving us anymore. But in the long run, that's what we need to do. In the long run, it feels better. We allow more space in our hearts, in our minds, and in our bodies. When we hold on to mental tension, it manifests in the body. So think of one thing we want to let go of, and on your next exhale, breathe it out nice and deep. Really let it go. And with that, I wish you a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for practicing with me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.